On the day of my beloved fiancé's funeral, I found out I was carrying his pup. That I tried our best to manage the pain of Andre's death for the sake of our pup, but my poor mood inevitably affected my pregnancy. Some of the common symptoms I experienced included dizziness, nausea, and edema. I lost nearly all my appetite, and I struggled through sleepless nights. Without the calming effect of Andre's scent, I had to put in extra effort to nurture the pup in my body. In less than 2 months' time, I lost over 20 pounds. When I looked into the mirror, I could see my protruding ribs and pallid skin. Even my in-laws advised me to abort the pup, forget about Andre, and start a new life. They did not have the heart to see me suffer, but I turned down their suggestion without hesitation. Do not bring that up again. Andre and I loved each other to bits. I will never erase his only bloodline in this world. In the beginning, I was betrothed to Andre's younger twin brother, Easton. The night before our engagement, some hooligans abducted me and placed me in a house and set it on fire. After I was disfigured in that accident, Easton called off our engagement because he couldn't stand my appearance. He decided to get engaged to Callie instead. Andre was the one who had saved my life. During that fiery night, he carried me to safety from that fire. Even when his skin was burned in the fire, he guarded me tightly as if he'd rather die than let go of me. When I lay in the treatment room and drifted in and out of consciousness, I overheard Andre telling my mom he'd had a crush on me for a long time. He wanted to marry no one but me. Over these years, everyone affirmed how much in love he was with me. Under his great care, I slowly fell for him. A month before our marking ceremony, I lost Andre in a pack battle. My world crumbled when I got the news of his death. That I wouldn't stop crying. The pain was so much that I wanted to stab myself in the heart and leave the world with him. However, the sudden arrival of his pup gave me hope to keep living. Andre's pup was his legacy and my only connection with him. That I vowed to give birth to that pup, even if I had to risk my life. My in-laws did not talk me out of it after seeing my insistence. The next day, my brother-in-law, Easton, suddenly suggested the idea of caring for both women while keeping me as Luna, in an effort to take care of me and my pup. His fiancée, Callie Wentworth, immediately lost it. Crying and yelling, she kicked my belly. "You witch! Easton is my boyfriend. Why does he have to take care of you? You must have seduced him. Guards, take this witch away." Callie, who had always been physically weak, fainted from fury very soon. Easton caught her in his arms and shot me an accusatory look before hurrying away with her. Watching them leave, I belatedly clutched my belly, which contracted in agonizing pain. Callie nearly caused a miscarriage when she kicked me in the belly. My in-laws called the guards over and sent me to the treatment room. My condition finally improved after a week of staying there. Meanwhile, I wondered if I had the right to even blame Callie. After all, she was Easton's official girlfriend. Anyone would struggle to cope with the idea of her boyfriend taking care of another woman. Besides, the suggestion was outrageous. Callie did not agree to it, and I was unwilling to accept such an arrangement. With that in mind, I dropped by my in-laws' room on my way back from the treatment room after making a full recovery. I wanted them to talk Easton out of that idea. Then, I'd clear things up with Callie, assuring her that I never intended to come between her and Easton. All I wanted was Andre's care. Andre was no longer around, but I could look after myself and my pup. To my surprise, I overheard my mother-in-law, Felicia Knowles, raising her voice. She confronted someone. "Andre, it was your brother who died in that battle. Why did you lie, claiming that you were the one who passed away?" "Andre. Wasn't that the name of my fiancé? Did this mean Andre was alive and Easton, his younger twin, was the one who passed away?" I stood frozen in shock. That was impossible. What made Andre do that? Soon I heard a man explaining himself. "Mom, keep it down. I can't let Callie hear about this. She's in poor health and faints whenever she gets emotional. She'll be inconsolable if she learns that Easton is dead." "Easton, no, my fiancé," Andre spoke to Felicia. After a slight pause, he let out a pained sigh. "Jane loves me too much, and she's easily jealous. She won't agree to me taking care of Callie. All I can do is pretend to be Easton to take care of both of them, but without marking either one. This is unfair to Jane, but she'll stay strong, now that she's carrying my pup. I'll quietly look after her from the shadows. She's an understanding person. She'll surely know that I have good reasons to do this." Felicia sounded hesitant. "But this is so unfair to Jane. I know you've had feelings for Callie from a young age. You can get together with Callie now. So, Why don't you let Jane go? You sent the hooligans to abduct Jane and place her in the fire, just so you could get Callie and Easton to date. Jane was disfigured for a while. Now that the scars on her face have finally healed, she deserves true love. Andre cut her off angrily. No way. I will never allow Jane to marry another werewolf. She can only be my Luna. I took care of Jane when she was disfigured and mocked by everyone. I didn't put in all the effort just for Jane to become someone else's mate. Even if I had to take care of Callie and Easton's name, I'd still marry both of them. I'll never let Jane go. This matter is not open for discussion. I'll openly protect Callie for the rest of my life, and I'll quietly make it up to Jane. Stop talking me out of it. Andre's loud voice continued on, but I couldn't bear to listen anymore. His words felt like a stab to my heart that I covered my mouth to stop myself from crying out loud, thinking, Andre, are you seriously faking your death to protect Callie? Is that your good reason? Isn't my love enough for you? What do you take me for?